7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome to the February Common Council meeting, and we're going to all rise and say Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kayla, would you like to do roll call?
Yeah. Daryl Thomas. Mark Hammer.
Here.
Kathy Asbo. Here. Stacy Langdon. Here. Dave Maston. Tina Nicholson. Here. Vincent Aguirre.
Present.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, does anybody in the audience have a public petition or comment that is not already on the agenda? Okay. Well, we always know it's getting close to spring when we start having street requests again.
We missed them last month.
We did. The first one, we have street closure requests for the Shamrock 5K and a noise ordinance waiver for the Greencastle Music Fest and the street closure for the Greencastle Music Fest. So, Gail, guess you're up first.
Good evening, everyone. This is my annual trip to visit the City Council and the Mayor and request a street closure for the Shamrock 5K, which is on March the 14th, Saturday. And this will be our 7th year. It's a very popular event. And I don't know if you got the map in your packets or not, but I can sure pass this around. It starts downtown and it goes through DePaul University, and then we circle around through the park and then of course come back. I have gotten the blessing of DePaul, and I went to the park board meeting and I got their blessing as well. So I'm just asking for your blessing. This is, we have the street closure that I'm asking for is Franklin Street from Franklin Street to Jackson and Vine. So it's just real close where we're closing that street so we can set up the actual start and finish line. And it's just from 10 until 12. Well, we got to get it set up at 6, sorry. The company comes and they put out all the signage, and so I need that closure at 6 a.m. to noon. The rest of the route, we do moving closures, which means we have volunteers at each intersection, and they will stop traffic to let the runners go through. And then I'll have the city police at the major intersections, which is what they've done in the past. And it's really smooth. It goes really well. Everybody has a good time. And yeah, do you have any questions? We've already got sign-ups. If anybody is ambitious and wants to run or walk, you can go to the greencastlemusicfest.com, and there's a place where you can hit Shamrock, or you can go run, sign up, and look for our event, and you can sign up too. So you get a t-shirt, and if you're over 21, you get beer.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the street closure as requested, and tell us how many people are you expecting? Because I know it grows every year.
Yeah, last year we had a little over 300, I think.
Wow.
It's kind of funny. People sign up and then sometimes they don't make it, but we still get their money, and this is a fundraiser for the Music Fest, by the way, so just a good time.
In the very first year, how many did you have? Do you remember? 100 and something,
Yeah.
so it's grown, tripled roughly.
Oh, yeah. And they all dress up, and it's real colorful, and
Yep.
let's hope the weather's nice.
Yes.
So,
About a month away.
I know.
Yep. Yep.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay.
You said it as opposed.
Sorry I'm late, but by the end of this meeting, I may be a great-grandpa.
Then next item is closure for the Greencastle Music Fest.
Same thing. Yes, Greencastle Music Fest this year is August 21st and 22nd. It's downtown on the square. This will be our 17th year. It's 2 days, and I'm requesting street closures. Franklin Street from Jackson to Vine, Indiana Street from Washington to Columbia, and I'll need it closed on Thursday, August 20th, at 10 p.m. because the stage arrives and they set it up. They set it, so that's why we have to close the street on Thursday. And then we will open it back up on Sunday morning. And there's a lot of people that come. We had a record crowd last year, and I can't tell you the compliments, and it was just great. It was great for businesses, it was great for VRBOs, it was great for the hotels, it was great for the restaurants, and it was great for all the businesses. I know they had a little pop-up boutique there by the CVB, and the ladies were really thrilled that, because people come, they spend the night, and then they have things to do. They can, go around and enjoy. I do know my cousin that's never been here. She flew in from Colorado and had her friend from Florida fly in, and then 2 other friends from Indianapolis, and they spent the entire weekend from Thursday to Sunday. They went to the covered bridges, they went all over, and they just had the best time, and they're coming back next year, so it's a really good event for tourism, so.
Gail, do you have a time for Sunday or just through the entire day, or, it really doesn't?
On Sunday?
Yeah. It
Oh,
says
no, we
10
open
p.m.
the
to-
street back up. Oh, that's Thursday at 10 p.m., and then Sunday, we open the street at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't have that on there, do I?
I don't think it really matters, not a whole lot going on downtown on Sunday mornings. So, okay. I'll move for approval of the, do we want to do that separately from the noise ordinance? We want to do them together?
I think you can do them together.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. And so I have a special event noise ordinance waiver request, and it's from Friday from 4 to 11 and Saturday 2 to 11.
Okay. Now I'll make the motion for both the special event street closure and the special event noise ordinance waiver for both of those for Greencastle Music Fest.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, you're all good to go.
Thank you. You don't know how much I appreciate this, and it's a lot of work, and we have a lot of volunteers, and everyone has a good time, and we have great support from our business sponsors, so thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Tuttle Putnam is up next.
Yep.
Very similar.
Yeah.
In fact, I volunteer for the Shamrock as well, so thank you, Gail. Yes, thank you, council, for the opportunity to be here. Bring as well a street closure, and similar to the Shamrock, we're kind of in that area, but I am requesting a Saturday, June the 20th, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Franklin Street to College to Indiana, basically. And then I put in there from 10 to 2 also, we'll have crossing guards, so very similar to what you do. Thank you, Chief Jones. We have all kinds of support from the police department, which is just very, very helpful. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I think this will be our 5th year. It has also grown. It's a fundraiser for the Friends of the Park, and it's just great. I think we're up to like riders from 8 different states last year, about 325, so. And then the other exciting news is we're actually part of the Indiana Race Series this year, which will include Dust Bowl, this one, Boone County Classic, and the Harvest 50 Gravel Race. So kind of wrapping them into a series.
Wow.
So yeah, it's good stuff. So any questions for me? Yeah. You, as I say, you were there for the after party last year. Yeah, come out and ride it this year. Maybe.
I make a motion for street closures for the.
Second?
We have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Weather's going to be getting warm soon.
Yeah. It's a little too warm.
Yeah, that's kind of warm. Next item is the car events. So Julie?
3.
I was going to say, this is going to sound very familiar. I'm here on behalf of our nonprofit at Kinetic Change. We're planning our 13th 5K, and we also are requesting like some intermittent street closures that I just spoke to Chief Jones about. And it's June 13th at 5 p.m. The race starts at Deer Meadow Primary and goes through the neighborhoods and goes to Alban Pond, and then the runners take the pathway back up to Deer Meadow. So I think I requested Alban Pond and Shadow Lawn, and I don't know what the third one was, Deerfield and Fondview. And it's the same thing, it's just like a rolling as runners cross. And I also have a noise ordinance and street closure, but the first is this.
We'll take care of this one first, then
Okay.
we'll do the next one. Does anybody have any questions for
I'll make a
Julie?
motion, we approve the 13th Annual Kinetic Change 5K.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay.
And the best first water stop ever.
13 years running, water
Yes, you
stop. There. I love
We
the dogs.
appreciate it.
I like the dogs that come through and stop and get water, and it's good.
Good, thank you, we appreciate it. All right, my next request is for a street closure. And I didn't make a copy of what I sent to you, so on the south side of Lost Hollow, Franklin Street, between College and Vine. And that's where we're going to have the after party. And so that would be closing that area of the street from about 5 p.m. to about midnight. Time to set up and then time to take down.
You want to go ahead and do the noise ordinance, or noise waiver too, at the same time?
Sure.
Okay. Flip
And
it.
then,
It's on the backside.
okay. And then requesting the noise ordinance from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Same event.
I'd move for adoption of both of those.
We have a motion second. All in favor, say aye. Sir?
Aye.
Anybody
Aye.
opposed? Okay. You're good to go.
All right, and you can all come join us on June 13th, dress in your costume and come walk, jog, trot.
Thank you, Mrs. Carr.
And I think y'all,
And bring the dogs, right?
no, you need to get with Lori if alcohol. So that's old. Okay, next item. Our final one is street closure, Isaiah 117 House 5K. Fun, walk, run.
This is a brand-new one.
It is a new one, it's a new event for us.
First inaugural, or first...
It is the first annual, maybe,
First
hopefully.
annual,
We have had a fishing tournament out at Raccoon Lake for the past 3 springs. But we really wanted to do something that was more family-oriented, to just try to get families and children out there, since we're very related with children. This event is to take place on May 9th. It's a Saturday, from 7 a.m. to noon is when we need the street closure. We'll start at Lost Hollow, and it's kind of a loop. The streets requested to be closed are East Franklin, between South Vine Street and North College. Do you have
North Vine Street.
North Vine Street? Oh, it says south.
Yeah.
Sorry. Jill handed this all over to me because she couldn't be here tonight, so I'm really filling in at the last minute. I apologize. So, okay. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them. I think, do you have copies of the route? Okay. It's a loop, I believe, basically a loop. Do you need me to sell you on it more? I can keep talking.
Is there anybody have any questions?
I'll make a motion on.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate all of
You're
you.
all
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is department reports. I think they were all in your packet for your review. Since I guess we all have met, I think we had quite a bit of snow there, and I think
Just a little.
the street department did a fabulous job getting us cleaned up and hauling snow out. And then, of course,
Especially given the fact that it was so cold that really the salt or the clear lane wouldn't work that well, so.
and I will tell you, it was kind of a really big group effort this year, because we had then the park and the cemetery folks helped out moving snow, and I think we might even had some water. We had water issues that happened during the snow that they got out and promptly got them repaired and taken care of, and didn't really have to shut off the water to get it repaired. So we had that happened, and then police and fire were right there ready in case something major happened. So all in all, I think we handled the big snowstorm pretty well here at the beginning of 26. So does anybody have anything they want to talk to department heads? I think most of them are here today.
Jason, you want to report at all on how the ice rink is going and has gone? I'm sure it's probably not ice anymore. It's slush at best. Hope so. Slushy.
I was outside.
Good evening, councilors. So our ice rink went better than I expected for the weather. We had a 3-week span of really cold weather there. I believe we were open for 12 or 13 days and evenings, depending on what time it was. We had some people out there when it was like that -20 wind chill. We had some people out there braving the weather. I don't remember. I think our biggest day, we had like 27 people on the ice at once. So it went pretty well. We're looking forward to next year.
Yeah.
Right now,
It's pretty crowded at 27, or is that handled?
it's fairly crowded. We had a lot of people that have their own skates. Surprisingly, more people in Greencastle own their own skates than I would ever have guessed. So we had a large number. We had several people that were they've used it multiple times in a row. But it went as well as I could expect for our first year. I'm hoping next year we might transition to a different area or something in the park. But we had a great year for it so far. And I'm not so sure winter's done, so
Right.
we're going to leave it up till the end of the month or beginning of March.
Okay.
Because we got softball to get ready for.
Yeah, and softball's really quickly because it's already doing softball registration. The other thing I want to put in your ears is we will be doing the Emerald Palace rebuild in April.
April.
Okay.
So it's that third week in April or second week, 18th. Second or third week there in April. So it's 25 years in the making. I was a junior when we did this the first time. Now here I get to do it all again. But we're very excited to have this revamp. And if you follow the Emerald Palace 2.0 rebuild page on Facebook, our coordinator decided to put my picture all over it the other day. And I had to go to the gas station to find that out because I didn't check the page beforehand. The gas station ladies told me about it. But the colors are coming. You know, we've had one piece of the shipment arrive, and it's sitting over there in the park barn. But we should be getting a bunch of shipments really soon here. for all of the components.
Everything's been raised as far as all the necessary funds?
There is still some funds. We have picket sales still to go, and the picket sales forms back there.
Okay.
And we have a couple more grant opportunities out there for this.
Okay.
But we should be pretty close to our goal.
Goal, okay.
Now we just need the people, the food, and the labor.
Yeah, and the weather to cooperate.
And definitely the weather has to cooperate.
There are a lot of pickets that are still available, and it's a
Yep.
great gift. It's a great way to honor family members and
Yep, and we're still pushing out the forms on Emerald Palace 2.0, the park website. The forms are at City Hall. The park forms are everywhere that you could possibly pick them up. But they're awesome.
Okay.
Yep. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay.
Rob, do you want to comment on the podium you got from the Putnamville
Yeah.
Correctional Facility?
Yeah. That means you have to give more speeches.
Yeah.
Speech. I got asked that already, since we got this new podium, they expect more speeches from the fire department. I said, absolutely. So, last year, it was over the summer, and we had a pretty bad motor vehicle accident on, down by the old Fairway restaurant, and it involved a Department of Corrections van. There was 2 employees in there, and they had a prisoner in the back. They were hit by a pickup truck, and it was a pretty large extrication. We had 4 helicopters on the ground to transport those. We had to extricate 4 victims, but it wasn't. I want to be clear, because there was a little, I don't know how to say it, what word to say, but there was a few people that felt left out because I didn't mention them on my Facebook post. But the Sheriff's Department, Putnam County EMS, there were a lot of units involved in making that incident a success. And Kevin Orm, I don't know if anybody knows him, but he's the construction manager at the prison, and he's been a longtime friend of the fire department, was friends with Chief Nugent, and he contacted us after he saw our old podium and said, we want to build you a new one. And that's kind of how that came about. So we're very grateful to have it. It's really nice. So if you want to come by and see it, please do. But yeah, that's kind of how that came about. And like I said, we're really happy to have it.
Okay. Well, good that they're still making things. I've got old chest of drawers and stuff like that in my house that they made years ago when I was.
Yeah, he said that they make podiums and tables for a lot of the sheriff's departments and stuff around the state. Whenever a new sheriff comes in, they kind of do that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's very well built. It's really nice, handcrafted, and like I said, we're fortunate to have it, and hopefully we'll use it for swearing-ins and things like that. We'll have one coming up in a few months.
Coming up in a few months.
So,
Anybody wants to practice a speech, you know where to go.
yeah, yeah. So the old podium that we've had has been there probably longer than I have, and I think Kevin saw it in a Facebook post we had when Jim Baird visited the firehouse to give Derek Wyatt the Fire Officer of the Year award. He recognized him in D.C., and he's like, you guys need something different than that. So that's kind of where it stemmed from. So, but it was a group effort, and the cool thing is, like, we had just done extrication training like the week before, and in order to be able to do that and see it, work on a scene was pretty neat. I was excited to, I texted the guy that did our training immediately afterwards, and I'm like, you're not going to believe what we just did. Like, we made a third door conversion. Is basically we took the door of the van and just opened it up. We cut a window and made it into a door so we could get the prisoner out, because he had a broken hip and he was kind of in pretty bad shape. So it worked just like we had trained on it. So thankful to have that training too.
Great timing.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else?
The only thing I noticed was on the sewage report, our flow was down 50%, or 1/3 on a daily basis. That was kind of unusual, I would think, have that much of a drop from January of 25 to January of 26. I imagine we'll make up for it somewhere.
Probably. Anything else? Okay. You guys are free to leave. Thanks. Next item on the agenda is mayor's report. Basically, we've started off the year, starting to get ready for all the projects for the coming year. So taking a look at sidewalks, streets, different things like that. I will report that I am planning on doing the State of the City address on March the 16th at 7 o'clock here at City Hall. If anybody wants to come and hear about that. I was going to try to make it shorter, but it's not getting any shorter, so.
What time, 7?
7 o'clock, the 16th, it's a Monday evening. But anyways, starting to gear up, looking at kind of finding some things to make things easier for our departments to do. Want to do a lot of work over in the sports park this year, really working to try to get the softball fields all really up to pristine shape. And so we're looking into making a small investment into some equipment that will really level the ball fields and make it easier on everybody that going. So yeah, glad to see that the weather's clearing so we can start on some of our projects. Like we're going to get that bank shot basketball going here as soon as Jeremy comes to City Hall and signs his contract and gets going on that, so we can have that for the spring and things like that. So we've started, you can applications out there for summer help, so we can get, we're starting to plan to opening the pool and things like that. So super excited about that. But that's about all I have. Michaela?
Yes. We were able to file successfully all of our tax forms for the past year. Reading through the listserv that AIM does with the other clerk treasurers, I take a lot of pride that our office does that ourselves, and it really is a team effort with my whole department. They chip in and help out and review. We are required to file online now, so it's nice, and you have that sense of everything's filed and good to go by the end of the month, since it's just automatic. And so it's always a good feeling when all of that is done. And we take a lot of pride in that. So that wrapped up January, and now we're heavy working through our end-of-year reporting with the annual financial report. So we're just working away on that every single day, so along with just our regular duties. But that's all I have.
Oh, let's see. I think I always forget which way. Counselor Gary.
Start in the middle.
Yeah, we can start in the middle. Right? Let's try this way.
Short report from me today. Once bank shots is solved, I think we should do a bank shot tournament of some sort. I think that'd be really fun. Other than that, next week I'll be releasing the child care study and starting to build some working groups to kind of talk about next steps. So look for that sometime maybe Wednesday or Thursday next week, and then hopefully some updates throughout the year. But had to survive the winter first. But that's it.
You said earlier, I was just going to compliment the street department. We were out on Sunday, which I know I wasn't supposed to be, but they were already hitting it.
Yep.
Really nothing. I went to the park board meeting last week. It was brief, but they started talking about lifeguards and the swimming pool, and that was refreshing. It's coming.
I can't wait.
Happy birthday, Counselor Langdon.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Stacy, do they anticipate getting the same management back for the
No.
pool?
They are looking for what's the title, Linda? Supervisor or?
Aquatics Director, Aquatic Center Director.
Yeah.
So we're actually looking for that.
They're getting a lot of lifeguards back.
We're getting a lot of our lifeguards,
Good.
but preferably, really it'd be a great job, I'll make the plug, great job for a teacher during the summer. I think it pays really well, considering.
It sounds like they have fun. It sounds like it's
And they
a
do
good
have a
group.
lot of, have a lot of fun over there, but it is a lot of responsibility, but to do the scheduling and everything at the pool, so, yeah. And the aquatics center will be, the aquatics director will be totally in charge of the pool, so. Of course, Jason will be in and out, but it'll be totally ran by that person, so. So we're looking for that. So if you got any teachers that want to come over to Greencastle and have a summer job,
That could be fun.
it'd be a good time.
Yeah, great time.
Maybe Kathy will do it.
Heck yeah. Can I do that?
Or Donovan.
Donovan, yeah, no, that sounds like a great gig. I know, yeah. So mine is just this is the teacher side of me. It's like a brainstorming thing. I got a phone call, and Jason, this is kind of for you too, but I got a phone call the other day from a,
Talk into your microphone.
I got it with my baby voice. I got a phone call the other day from a parent of a DePaul student who flies up from Southern Indiana in his plane. And when he gets here, it's hard for him to find transportation to get from the airport to his daughter's games, or if he wants to go to a nice restaurant. And he says he's encountered several pilots who have the same kinds of problems when they come into town. And it would be nice to kind of maybe think about what's out there or what we could offer these people who are flying in and wanting to spend money here in our city. So it's not really, I don't need answers, but I just want to put it out there.
It's
Okay?
something that's been discussed repeatedly.
Yes.
And it's a problem, because if you don't get very many calls, then there's not really the
Correct.
incentive to be an Uber driver, because they don't get enough calls. And so it's been hard to attract people into that
Yeah.
position. I did see somewhere that there might be a a person who's doing Lyft here. Oh, really? But that was on social media, so I don't know for a fact, but.
I'm surprised there's not
I had lunch there
Uber
today,
and
and there were
Lyft.
4 people, 4 fly-ins in the restaurant.
But students need, I mean, a lot of people would use it. And trips to the airport in
Yeah.
In
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, it's big.
Yeah, it's a problem. It always ranks really high on our list of what our community needs are.
But what a great potential for someone, here in town to
Yep.
be able to do something like that. So anyway, I don't need an answer, but I just am putting it out there to the universe. And I'm done.
Oh, yes. Do I recall correctly that you said there was a chance we might be able to reapply or get on the community crossings, that we weren't done? Do you know where we stand on that?
If they pass it at the legislature, then to put another $75 million over to community crossings, then we don't have to do anything. Since we applied, we'll just go back in the running, and hopefully we get it.
You know what the status of the bill is?
I don't right off.
Okay, just wondered.
There's
Kind
been-
of keeping our
Fingers
fingers
crossed.
crossed and eyes crossed and
But I
everything
did
else.
have the opportunity to talk with Bo and the 2 senators, and I stressed to them how much we really, really do need the community crossings, and so did the county commissioners, so.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Because it does put us a little behind on our road work for that.
Yeah, it puts us another year behind from where we hoped we would be.
Where we're hoped to
And
be.
we're already
and-
behind.
and we're already behind.
Way behind.
Way behind, but we just keep plugging along,
Yeah.
and, yeah.
We could probably get community crossings for the next 25 years and not,
And still
and still be behind.
Yeah, but it helps. I mean, it
Yes.
allows us to get big things done.
Yes.
This year is kind of our lighter year on everyday road construction. However, the street department has already rented the miller and the small paver, and we're talking about how we can get more asphalt brought in for them to actually, they can really do a pretty big section of road. So if we have a road that's like just part of it's really good shape and the other part's terrible, they can just fix the whole thing. And they did notice that all the patches that they did with the miller and the black stuff and then the patch, and then they tromp it down and put the roller over it and everything, we did not lose any of them this year during the plowing. So they're holding, and they're making it, and they're pretty smooth. So they have got that already rented, and they're going to try to start in April because potholes are popping. They were out today all day because they could get cold mix, which it doesn't do great usually. but at least it keeps somebody from maybe breaking a tire, you know. But, so we're going to start hopefully April on that and knock out some of the areas that we don't want to put, we can't do the whole road, but we can do a section and at least make it somewhat smooth.
Right, it's much better than just filling it, even with hot mix. You know,
Right.
It's to take an area that's just pockmarked and everything else and just, you know, get the whole thing
Whole
done.
thing.
As opposed to trying to fill in all the little holes around it.
And in some places where the dirt's starting to come up, they just take a big square out, they dig it, they put gravel, you know, like they were going to fix a hole when we dig up for a water line. They have done on some of it, which does save us money in the long run, because when we do redo the street, the contractor doesn't have to do it. So yeah, we're going to do that. We think that that probably helped a lot.
Okay.
Just with having less potholes, but they are out. If you guys see one, just send me an email or Aubrey an email, so they don't miss them. But they are out and about, and they don't hold in it, and they may have filled it, and then in 3 days, or if we get a lot of rain or something, it'll wash out, and I'll have to fill it again. But that's just the nature of the beast this time of year. So just let us know if you find a pothole.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the update, and hopefully we'll get good news from the legislature.
Hopefully.
I got approached by a family who's looking for a 2026 Christmas present and want to get a tree for the veterans expansion. And they asked for applications, or is there still an application over on that table?
There might be, or they can call someone
Okay.
and talk to Aubrey, and she'll get that
Have
due.
we got any more information about where and when, if there's a waiting list and?
Nope, we still have trees
Okay.
to put them on. We're actually going to place an order for some more plaques. We have a lot of them that have gotten damaged over the years. The trees on the original, the plaques have gotten hit, so we've got about 20 of those to replace. So we're going to submit an order, so now would be a good time to get all those fixed, and I think we have a couple new ones.
And the second thing I had was the discussion about lifeguards. Are we going to have a problem when we have 2 pools to take care of?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there'll be plenty of.
Jason's not here, so I think.
I think
We got a different Jason. Maybe you can answer it.
I'm really not anticipating that we're going to have a problem. There's some folks that I think are going to get their lifeguard certificates that probably would rather be at the pool at the YMCA than at the park pool.
We have some retired people. The pool is not going to have a deep end. It's going to be I think 6 feet is the deepest, and that's on purpose so that we can have an expanded lifeguard pool or group to choose from, because they have different lifeguard certifications, and one is for a shallower pool. And so that opens up that possibility for more lifeguards. So we're on top of it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think lifeguards are going to be a problem this year for the park pool, because we have quite a few of them coming back, so.
And that kind of reminds me, talking about that, the groundbreaking is set for the 27th. I think everybody's probably got a.
Yeah.
For the aquatic center.
The aquatic center.
At the YMCA.
They've already got the construction trailer out there set on site, so.
Okay, moving on. Approval of minutes. They would have been in your packet.
We had a short meeting, but we got a long minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as for both for the January 8th meeting as well as the special meeting we had on February 2nd.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Approval of claims. Mark?
Okay, so we've got regular accounts payable of $112,175.54. We have direct accounts payable of $262,418.83. It's going along pretty well there. We got pensions of $21,198.07, and then we got payroll. I think we must have had 3 payrolls.
We
HSA, and bonus.
Okay.
So that's why it was.
Okay, $1,098,339.80. And that totals, that's about, that's more than two-thirds of the total claims. The total is $1,494,132.24. On the direct payables, we had AM structure point for comprehensive plan for September and November and December of '25, totals $6,750. We had a lot of, as usual, our credit card bills. I noticed during there, in the credit cards, we had $1,861.22 for training expenses. We also had some traffic signs. We had a radar traffic warning sign, speed limit sign, and a solar stop sign that flashes. Those totaled $1,880, and those were kind of the highlights. Most of the other stuff was just general supplies and normal expenditures and what have you. We've got, for the attorney, we've got Club 720, and it was even longer than that, but anyway, it's
That's the housing
study, yeah, and it said technical assistance for
We had a grant.
$16,432. Engineering services from Fishbeck for December of $3,576.25. We had for January of '26, we had employee wellness for the Putnam County OCC Health Occupational, whatever.
Yeah, that's our new employee wellness clinic.
Right.
That we've partnered with
Okay.
the Putnam County Hospital.
Is that just for 1 month? Or okay, and that was for $4,352.
Yep. It's been, we've already had at least a handful of employees, probably 5 of us just from City Hall alone, that have gone out there this month to use that. So I think that it's really going to pay off with a healthier city employees.
Right.
So we're excited, and everybody's already using it. So
Okay,
it's been,
good.
It's been great.
I know we talked about that, at the end of the year, so. Seal Master, a line striper and a line driver. The total, the line striper is $20 shy of $25,000, and the line driver of $84.46 for a total of $33,445.
So we paid that much last year to stripe some of our, and so we now have one, and it is fabulous.
So we own it.
We own it, and so we really will have no excuse, and they're gonna line they're gonna try to work on streets, they're gonna line the streets starting in June, and this thing's great. It can do a straight line, it kind of looks like a motorcycle with this thing on the front of it. It looks really cool, so we just decided that we were not gonna pay $20,000 on a year to stripe streets, that we would just make the purchase, so we did.
Okay. And you shouldn't have any trouble getting people to do it if it looks like a motorcycle.
It does, it's kind of cool.
So that's the highs and the high points of the direct payables, again, that total $262,418.83. On the regular payables, we've got Axon, probably butchered that, Enterprises, which is the annual taser and body camera contract for the police department for just under $40,000, $39,833.17. We've got $2,730 to Fishbeck again for January of '26 engineering services. So the direct payables, we paid December of '25 engineering services, and then over here in the regular payables, we paid the January '26. We had $990 for Alban Pond Dam safety inspection to Chris Burke. We had 9 vehicles ran through Hendershots for police department vehicles. The total, I didn't add them up together, there's 2 different claims for about $7,400. So they're quite a bit, and some of the vehicles are starting to not just nickel and dime us, but major expenditures and everything else. Then we got leads online for $2,414, which was a detective investigative system it's the annual contract. Annual support to Main Street for $20,000. And then we've got Nelson Uniform, had several things. We had a crossing guard jacket, and then 2 boot allowances, and 5 different fire uniform, various pieces of uniform gear there. That totaled about $1,500, $1,600. And that's about it. So, And the regular payables were 112,175.54.
So, is that a motion, Mark?
Yes, it is. A motion to,
I'll entertain a
I
second.
need your pen.
there you go.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Abstain.
Or abstain?
Abstain.
Just comment about the flashing speed lights. Will appear over, they are up. We just put them up this week. The weather got nice enough. There is one as you enter on Washington Street, the 20-mile-an-hour school zone.
Oh.
So you'll see one there. And then you will also see one on Percy Julian. The police department requested that we put it over, I think it's close to the church or right there by the middle
And it
school.
flashes green. Does that mean
It
you're going
flashes
slow
green.
and then it goes red if you're going too fast? I don't know. It was
Yeah, I've
green
seen-
and it
It's
jumped
always
out
been
at me.
green for me, that's all.
I'm not judging you either.
We'll let
And
Chris test that theory.
I actually was talking to the folks over at the bus barn today, and they were thanking us for putting them up, and they said they actually noticed people all of a sudden, like, they could tell they kind of dropped their speed. So, it's kind of one of those things you're driving through and you don't realize how fast you're going until you see that flash, and there
Good.
you go. So I think they're a good thing. And they're not terrible, they're not as expensive as they used to be, so, if we come up with the other areas in the community, we might be able to put up some
Where
here or
did the
there.
flashing stop sign go?
Back to Walmart.
Okay. The other one just didn't work?
Yeah, we did everything to it,
Okay.
but it wasn't a very expensive one to begin with, so. So hopefully this one does better. Plus, I think it got knocked down a couple of times with people out there, so. Okay. Next item is we have old business. First item on the is contract for professional services with the Greencastle Putnam County Development Center, Inc.
I'd like to make a motion, if possible, to accept the contract for professional services with Greencastle Putnam County Development Center.
Does that have to be untabled first?
Oh, does it have to
Oh,
be?
can you make a motion?
I'll make a motion to untable.
Removed from the table or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion, a second to remove this item, untable it.
Sorry about that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
I'll go.
Okay,
Somebody else can.
okay.
I do want to say one thing, representing that agency. We have coming up our second annual local elected and appointed officials breakfast on February 25th from 9 to 11 at Ivy Tech. And we did this last year for the first time. We talked about what we do and how we improve the economic health of Putnam County and its municipalities. We had Mayor Dunbar speak last year and go into some detail about what's happening in Greencastle. This year, we're having Cloverdale. We're highlighting Cloverdale as a community. So Jason Hartman, their town manager, is definitely speaking. And then this year, we're also adding, so part of our contract language change was we changed from Accelerate in Terre Haute to CERTA, Central Indiana Regional Development Authority in Indianapolis. We're really focusing on our eastern region, which is central Indiana, and Mayor Dunbar and I have really focused on that. Well, that organization, CERTA, has an executive director. They've also got another person there, and she is a lobbyist for CERTA. And so we're going to have her come speak as well and talk about our new region that we have joined. She is also a lobbyist for AIM, the Association of Indiana Municipalities, and she, right now, boots on the ground, is working our legislature. I'm talking about some changes that are coming to this crazy bill they passed last year, Senate Enrolled Act 1, which, doing away with some personal property, changing all the income taxes, and she's going to have updates. So she is going to give updates that day on what they're learning in the legislature and how it's going to impact our local municipalities. So we're super excited that Jenna's going to be on board with us. We work closely with her as well. And so we're really trying to encourage the clerk treasurers to show up at this thing. It's during the day. I know not everybody can make it because some of us do have full-time jobs, but we find when we hold things in the evening, a lot of people don't show up as well. So we're doing that, but we're really excited. So I would encourage you, I think you've all got an email from Tammy about that, but if you can make it, we'd encourage you to come out, learn just what is happening in our organization, in our agency with Putnam County and the municipalities, Greencastle, Cloverdale, other things. And we're pretty excited about that. We also have gotten our final report in. Mark just mentioned Club 720. What is that? That is our housing study. It is completed, it is finalized. And they did a deep dive study on one site, and that site is the 22 acres behind the YMCA. We have got a design book study for that. I just emailed it to Michaela. I don't know if you can pull that up on your email or not to just show a quick show, but we're going to show a little bit of that at that meeting as well. But again, the 22 acres, we're going to kind of look at that and see where we're at in that process. But currently, we've got the 120 units at Seminary Square, and we've got the 94 units that are the triplex, duplex, triplex on South Street. We do not want to flood the market with new housing, so we're being very strategic about what that looks like. But we certainly have plans in place for the next, 2 to 3 to 4 years, about until 2030, about what that looks like and how many units we're going to bring on board. So we're pretty excited about that. Michaela, were you able to see what I just sent you, or no luck? Oh, okay. I just threw it at you because I just got it, well, I didn't just get it in an email, but I'm thinking while I'm talking about that, housing is a really big deal, and we know that we've got 2 already under build and underway, or at least under contract. They haven't started building yet, but
Kristen, can you tell us now who's in that region?
Yes, so
Putnam County?
Absolutely. So we're really focused on Marion County and the donuts, and then it's also going to be Anderson, which is Madison County, that is not contiguous with Marion, but almost, and then Putnam County, which is just outside. The reason we've gone that direction, our commuting patterns definitely show that people live in Putnam but work in Indy. And so when we're talking about LIT, local income tax dollars, that is very important. And we also know that we're part of the MSA, Metropolitan Statistical Area, the MSA of the greater Indianapolis area. So we just know that that is a growth region, and that is really important to us. Yes, Michaela, you were able to pull it up right there. Can we get that? So it's kind of exciting. I don't know all the details, and I'm just winging this, guys. I'm sorry, but Michaela's a technical whiz, so I hope she could do that. But yeah, so Indianapolis is really where our bread and butter is, but this is the development plan study. So think about the acreage, the 22 acres behind the YMCA. The City Redevelopment Commission owns it. So I'm going to send this out to you guys, but it's very colorful. It's just kind of showing, we studied the entire county, but their focus, and so some of this is all county records, but their real focus was on these 22 acres behind the YMCA. So they're talking about a regional economy, and for this, our region lumps with Terre Haute, but it's showing some of our regional stuff. But then, and then we drill down into, just keep scrolling down, market potential, and we've got all those figures, and that's where Linda gave this highlight in her State of the City address last year on what some of that is. But if you continue to scroll down, we're going to see the housing technology, typologies and forms, and this is where we're talking about creating those neighborhoods and how we don't want to just see more apartment complexes. We don't want to just see single-family homes. What does that look like? Can 4 families live under one roof? So they've come up with some very single-family detached homes, and then single-family cottages, which are smaller buildings, and then how we can all grow together. Mayor Dunbar, you're more than welcome to jump in here anytime you want. We did this together.
Scroll up a little bit. So that one right there. So you can see that they're 2 houses connected together, but they both have different roof lines. So that gets to be a pretty affordable home. It looks like you're in your own individual home. They're connected, but some of those homes we can put 4 families in, set up different ways that kind of have similar roof lines. So, when you have folks that might be a single mom working at one of their factories, they can truly afford that. But yet, it looks really nice and, fits really well in the neighborhood. So instead of just having one style of home in that area, we might have some of those and some of the other homes, and then some cottages and different things, varieties out there, like some single-family attached that are a certain price, detached, some smaller cottages for maybe older adults or young singles that just need, 800 square feet to 1,000 square feet. But
they have the appearance of what do they call those?
Like a bungalow?
Yeah. craftsman.
Yes.
Right.
Craftsman style.
But, you know, they have a little bit different sidewalk there, so the parking might be on the back side of those, but, you know, your front yard, you have more of a garden style home, lots of landscaping and things like that. But yeah, just a little bit different setup than some of the neighborhoods that we have in our communities. But that was, you know, truly a way that if you want affordable homes for all price points in one area, you can get there, so.
And the reason we picked those 22 acres, one, the city owns it, and of course, we would have to go through a bidding process, but it was a low-hanging fruit of a city-owned property, and then also the walkability. So they say walkability is huge. Sometimes walkability downtown makes sense, Seminary Square. Jason, but this is also walkable. The Y is right there, Walmart is right there, a restaurant or two is right there. So we were very cognizant of that as well. So we just wanted to show you that the study has been worked on. It's been complete. It was worth the time. Lori and Linda and I kind of all worked together on this. And so again, I'm going to send it out there in an attachment on an email, but we just kind of wanted to bring it up right there. They showed some site plans with that and where they can put those. And again, we will get to that. It's important to us, knowing that there's going to be some options for housing, but we've already got two that are very focused on and already been submitted and are underway, and we do not want to flood the market and then not have any of them be successful. So, but anyway, so we're going to send those out in an email to you.
And equally as important is we have plenty of capacity on water and sewage both.
That's exactly, absolutely. Well, in fact, we had another company looking at Fillmore, and I talked to Linda briefly about that, and it just very, very beginning steps, but we also know that, you know, you sell and take from Fillmore as well, and so right now the capacity looks really good. So, but again, we don't want to flood it, so we want to be very cognizant of the
managed growth.
Advocate for growth, but very smart growth, so absolutely.
We lost Reelsville when Reelsville built its own plant, so we did,
Yep.
we have a lot more capacity
Right.
for water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kristen, we really appreciate you all so much. You and your team, I know you work really hard for the community.
Great, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you on the 25th if you can
And
make
that,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, is why we need to pass the contract.
There you
and
go.
quit messing around with this minutia that it doesn't mean anything.
So you,
I spent 20 years
You doing it?
in public service.
Sounds like it.
I've looked at 20 of these. I haven't probably looked at many as you have. And I don't know who came before Bill Dorey, but I remember him too.
Yeah.
And never ever voted against the contract or the job they do.
Is that,
And
is that a
you,
motion?
your
you
motion?
probably all learned something in the last 10 minutes.
a motion?
She made a
She
motion.
was.
No, you made it.
Yeah, you made
You
it.
made it. She'll second
made
it.
it.
I'll second
Okay,
it.
all
We
right.
got a motion and second. All in favor,
Okay.
say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Opposed?
Okay.
Thank you.
Next
you.
item on the agenda is ordinance 2025-7. This is second reading, an ordinance approving the partial vacation of Vine Street between Poplar Street and Seminary Street located in the city of Greencastle, Putnam County, Indiana, second reading. I think the only thing that really got updated in it was we did add November 1st of 2026.
Okay.
Is that still good? All good with everybody? So that was the only thing, we discussed it a little bit. See, I am on Vine Street, not Vince Street, but Vine
I've
Street.
been- yeah.
It did get updated.
Can't give me away that easy.
But anyway, it's funny how come the program sometimes will pick up another word prior in it and go from there. But anyways, that was the only change to that. Does anybody have any questions? We have Jason, we have the folks from Buckingham, we have our city planner. We have anybody here if they have a question? Then I would entertain a motion if there's no question.
I'll make the motion to pass ordinance
second.
2025-17 on second reading.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay.
And I might add, it is Lincoln's birthday, and we're still dealing with 2025 ordinances.
Okay, the next ordinance, 2025-18, an ordinance approving the vacation of an alleyway from College Street and Vine Street located in the city of Greencastle, Putnam County, Indiana, second reading. There was absolutely nothing changed to this one, correct, from the last meeting? So it's the alley over there by Marvin's. And
I'll second.
we got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Then, that takes care of all those, and we'll need those signed.
need
So
signed
make
and
sure you, so Michaela's getting those ready
Okay.
to pass around.
Okay.
But well, before we do that, we have one new business, cancellation of warrants, old outstanding checks. And so I'll let Michaela go through that really quick. Do you want me to put the dates on those?
Yeah,
I'll put the dates on them while you talk about your warrants.
okay. We'll get there. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, we'll give you 2 seconds.
Let me play the,
Times, motions, both of those are being passed around. Okay, cancellation of warrants, old outstanding checks, per Indiana code. Checks that are outstanding after 2 years are required to be voided and receipted back into the system. The majority of the checks this year are refund checks. Only a handful were returned via the post office. We make additional attempts to reach out to individuals and vendors, and then everything does get turned over to Indiana Unclaimed, which has always been, I feel like for the most part, clerk treasurers were never really sure what does go, what doesn't go. So they have cleaned up that language in the Indiana code a little bit. And deposits and refunds from the utilities do go to Indiana Unclaimed now, so. Yes, yep. Any questions or anything regarding that? Kind of housekeeping.
we just need a motion? Yep. Okay, I make a motion that we approve the cancellation of the warrants, the old outstanding checks as listed. The total $1,204.67 for certain one on utility refunds and $253.16 on cash account.
Okay, we have a motion
So moved.
and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you.
Signature sheet will go around as well.
Okay, I think that concludes the February city council meeting, so.
Before we adjourn, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, before we adjourn, Councilor Maston wanted me to express his regrets for not being here. He told me that this was actually the first time he missed a public meeting in his first term back in 96 through 2000 and so far in this term. So he really felt badly.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second. We have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.
Is there one more thing to sign?
Mr. Hammers,